Welcome to the Compressor Guru. Watch to the end of the video. The Guru reveals the cause he found after we finish taping the episode. And now, here's the Compressor Guru.
Welcome back to the Compressor Guru. In the 2 full seasons, and we're now in our 3rd season of doing compressor repairs for you, we haven't had the opportunity to work on a QT Quincy aside from doing service work on them. This is a QT 7.5. In the past, I've told you about the Quincy being the best machine in the world, and I believe that about the Recip and the QR series. The QT series is equivalent to your good Ingersolls. It's equivalent to your good saylor bealls. It's a very good machine, but its big brother, the QR series, is the iron horse, so to speak. So this one was at a car wash. We were just contacted by the customer.
Working at the car wash. Sorry, go ahead.
And the customer asked us if we could take a look at it. Well, it's locked up tight. The flywheel will not move. Normally, one of the very first things we do is take the flywheel off, but because it's locked up, I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen here today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play forensic scientist. No, we're going to play forensic mechanic. And we're going to drop the oil out of it, see if there's any oil in it, see if there's a bunch of debris in it. And I don't know why it's locked up, but it is locked up tight. By the way, Val, do you think we ought to replace our pallet that we've done many compressor rebuilds on?
Well, let me just zero in on that pallet. I don't know, it's...
Okay, hold on for a second, babe. This oil is very dirty. Compressor oil generally doesn't get dirty. Compressor oil
is supposed to be clear?
Basically, yes.
Ooh.
And that's not clear. That's clear as mud.
Ooh.
So we're going to let that drain.
Well,
anyway,
it's draining. Look how bad a shape this pallet is in.
Yeah.
Somebody shouldn't have left it outside.
Yeah, it wintered. It wintered. So we're going to hurry up and tear this apart because the backup compressor that the car wash has, I think the nice way to put it, it is marginal. I heard it running today and yeah. These were already loosened. We were trying to get ahead of the game. And I've told you many times before, it's okay to take them apart with an impact, but we don't go together with them. You're going to see one of the very large differences when we finish popping this head off between this and the QR series of the same size. In the QR series, they have individual valves with individual valve adjustments, and I always talk about getting the valve adjustments loose. Here is the valve plate with the intake valves, the discharge valves, and this is not actually rebuildable. You buy the whole plate to replace to do a valve job. And
Could you point to those again for me?
This is the intake valve, this is the discharge valve, and you buy the whole valve plate, and this is the intake on the high pressure side, and this is discharge on the high pressure side, and you buy the whole valve plate to do the valve job. And when you order the valve plate, you get this gasket, you get this gasket, and you get that plate, and it's super quick, super easy, super simple. And that sounds supercilious, but it's very easy to do a valve job on these QTs. We're going to pop this valve plate apart now. I don't expect that there's any troubles with the valves. And there's not. because...
Could I see that?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
You are moving rather...
Yes, I'm trying to get done because it's a school night. I know neither of us are in school. That's the bottom side.
Yeah, that's the side we saw before.
And that's the top side.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So...
Nothing in that top thing to see?
No, it's just cavities.
Okay.
Not the kind you see the dentist for.
Uh-huh. Now, what are we going to find in here?
Well, I don't know. I told you we're playing forensic mechanic today. I think we're going to find a rod galded to the crankshaft. Go. Oh, fat old arthritic is not a way to be. Oh. And there's our culprit. Low pressure side. This is the low pressure piston and it actually feels just fine. Let's move the high pressure one. Uh-oh. So we're going to take the low pressure one off real quick and then we'll work on the high pressure one.
Try that high pressure one again.
It's seized right onto the crankshaft.
Okay.
I heard something. Okay. Now, as I take these off, I will make sure that make sure that the top and bottom of the connecting rod on the journal stay in the appropriate position. This is low pressure side. I'm going to put one ping on the bottom and one ping on the top. There.
So you couldn't have done that with a marker?
Marker might wash off because this will, if this rebuilds, this will end up in the parts washer.
Oh, okay.
This is a very odd situation because there's no cutting debris that we often see in a seizure or a failure like this. I'm actually kind of anxious to see what is under the next rod. And that looks beautiful.
Let me zero in on that for a minute. Just a minute.
Oh, this is nice. I can't screw this up. They have a raised side and a lowered side, and that'll only go on one way. That's nice.
Okay.
There's somewhere on this. But all in all, that's not bad. I've always heard it, how good of a mechanic you are is dependent on how big your hammer is. I got a lot bigger hammers than this one. Wow. There we go. There is what happened here. This is a terrible surface.
Okay.
It's all galded up. Let's get the bottom side out. Uh-oh. Might need a bigger hammer. In a recent episode, we showed you how to polish a crank. We will try polishing this crank before we order a new one. And The forensic side of this, what caused this, I'm gonna make the guess that the oil hasn't been changed in a very long time. When I was at the customers picking this up, I asked him how often they serviced, and he went, "What?" I says, "How often you change the oil?" "We haven't changed it since I've been here," and he was the manager. So here's a reason to change the oil. This is going to be several $100, perhaps. Well, we'll let you know in a later episode. But this is the tear down. It's a very simple tear down. I'm going to have to pull the wheel off. We're going to do that off camera. I'm going to have to pull the wheel off because we're going to pull the crank out of this, and we'll put the crank in the vise and we'll polish it, and we'll say a little prayer that we can save the crank. Friends, this is the Compressor Guru. You have a great day. God bless you. We'll be back with more on this QT 7.5 Quincy rebuild. Thank you. God bless. Have a great day.
After the camera wife, that's me, went home, the guru measured how much oil came out of this pump. It had about 24 ounces of oil, slightly over the 50% of the 42 ounces that would normally be found in this machine. The bottom line is, not checking or not changing the oil has cost this customer more than $1,700. The customer has decided to go with a new pump, so we will not be continuing with a rebuild on this particular machine. But please subscribe to see more machines repaired, rebuilt, have general maintenance done, or sometimes even be scrapped out by the Compressor Guru.